Wow, what happened at the Etihad Stadium yesterday? Let's, for a moment, okay, for a moment, let's just take away all the ramifications that result will have on the league title, that results had on the top four, and everything. Take that away. For a moment, just think about the football game. Isn't that the perfect football game? In some ways, of course. But as a neutral, I'm a neutral, and for so many neutrals, isn't that football at its best? It was a good start. Tottenham scored a very early goal. I don't even think if Conte thought Tottenham would do that. So it was against scripts for Man City and against of Tottenham. They kept scoring. They get ahead. Then Man City score. It's 1-1. The second half was mind-blowingly crazy. Tottenham score. They score again. It's disallowed. Man City get a penalty in the 90th minute. They score. And it's in the stoppage time. So after 90 minutes, we witnessed two goals. Man City scored. We all thought, okay, Man City getting a point. And then Harry Kane does that. It was a dream of a football match. Now let's come to what that means on the league table, what that means in the top four, but most importantly, what that means on the title race. Because let's be honest, 4 or 5 weeks ago, who thought we would be here? Man City, when they beat Chelsea 1-0 at the Etihad, it felt over. When De Bruyne scored that brilliant goal, it felt the title race was over. I, at that moment, was like, yeah, it's finished. And look, here I am, and my next statement is something that I'm struggling to believe in, and a lot of people will find it very hard to believe in this statement is Liverpool have the title in their hands. Now, let me explain that. Of course, Liverpool are 6 points behind Man City, but truly, technically, Liverpool have the titles in their own hands. Why? Because Liverpool have a game in hand on Man City, which means if they win it, which is on this Wednesday, by the way, against Leeds United, who have their own troubles in the relegation zone, Liverpool, if they win against Leeds United, which is at Anfield, by the way, they will be 3 points behind Manchester City. And the game at the Etihad between Man City and Liverpool is yet to take place. I think that takes place on 9th April. If I'm not sure, but I think it does take place in April. Now, if Liverpool win against Leeds and if Liverpool win against Man City at the Etihad, on goal difference, they go above Man City, which is crazy. I know it's unbelievably crazy, but that's what the league table tells us right now. For the last 3 weeks, I just want to put this right in words because English is not very good. For the last 3 weeks, I was giving myself hope that the title race is not over when I knew it was over. So, football fans and sports fans in general, we give ourselves hope that what we are watching doesn't mean something when we know it doesn't really mean anything. That happened with me. When I was watching Liverpool and all of this thing, I was like, yeah, the title race is over. But then I was telling myself, no, Man City can lose that game. Man City can drop points here and there and something. And I was giving myself hope that it's still on. But now you don't need to do that. Now, everyone knows it's on. Even Guardiola knows it's on. And if Man City lose the title from I think they're 13 points ahead, 15 points ahead at a point. If they lose the title from here, that will be embarrassing for Man City. I'm so excited because as a neutral, as a person who doesn't really support any club out of these 20, my whole point of watching is entertainment, is enjoyment, is pleasure, it's just spending more time in meaningful football. Because let's be honest, Premier League football for the most time now, at the top of the table, hasn't been meaningful. One team wins the title by January. This season, it happened very much the same. But look what is happening. And you know what really did hit me very hard yesterday after the game was the fact that this is the time of the year when it's all about the Champions League. The excitement is all about the Champions League. And it should be because the round of 16 are back, European football at its best and everything. It was the same for me because when Man City dropped points against Southampton, I was like, yeah, this is a small blip, but it doesn't really mean much because they're going to come back. They did come back. They won 2 on the spin. This, I did not see coming. I don't know who saw this coming. This Tottenham result, who saw this coming? Antonio Conte, take a bow, man. That was an inspirational footballing performance. Whatever you have said to these players was spot on. Your tactics were spot on. You got it so fucking right, man. And now, I know this is going to sound very weird, but I'm more excited about this than the Champions League. And maybe that's because we are only in the round of 16. I may not say this if we are in the quarterfinals or maybe in the semi-finals. We're not. We are still in the round of 16. We're still quite early. I'm very excited for this. Of course, I'm going to make a separate video of who can win, who will win, what's my prediction, where they can possibly drop more points, who will win then when they face each other, which is 1.5 months away. This video is all about just expressing my opinions and making sure that what I'm saying is right by telling you that the title race is sensationally, unbelievably back on. And guess what? Liverpool, I will repeat this once again, Liverpool have their destiny in their own hand. So do Man City, because if they beat Liverpool, of course they will be ahead. But still, Liverpool, after being so behind and Man City being so ahead and spending all that fucking money which these clubs spend, Liverpool have their destiny in their own hand. And this is where I'll end this video. It was a pleasure to talk to you once again, and this time it wasn't much tactical, it wasn't much technical, it wasn't much statistical. It was my emotion as a football fan, because jeopardy, excitement, uncertainty is back on. And uncertainty is everything that we love about sports. With that, I say thank you. I'll meet you very, very soon. Until that, stay healthy. Jai Hind.